It was back in the summer of 1994. Gosh, my favorite radio station. It was a satellite station. And you're not going to believe it. It was part of Muzak. When you think of Muzak, you think of all this boring elevator music that just kind of, oh God, man, I think I'll just fall asleep, you know. But they had a top 40 station that was fantastic. I would have taken this station over any FM station anytime, called Headline. And they played this record in the summer of '94. It started out like this. Let me bring it up. Let me bring up the lyrics. I know I got a bad reputation, and it isn't just talk, talk, talk. If I could only give you everything, you know I haven't got. I couldn't have one conversation if it wasn't for the lies, lies, lies. I listened to this and I thought, what the? This is great. This is totally rad. Who the hell is doing that record? It's by a guy named Freddie Johnston. The song was called Reputation, Bad Reputations from the album called This Perfect World. Gosh, 1994. Good year for music. Freddie Johnston. He was from originally from a town called Kinsley, Kansas. Population 1,650, 660 as of 2009. It's a very small town. It's one of these proverbial small towns where you stand on one end of the street, throw a rock, and it lands on the other side of town. Maybe a couple of general stores. I don't think it even has a Walmart there. If it doesn't have a Walmart there, then you know it's small town USA, baby. All right, Kinsley, Kansas. He grew up in Kinsley, Kansas. Kinsley. The thing about it was no record stores, no music shops in Kinsley. When Freddie Johnston was 17 years old, he bought his first guitar from a mail order catalog. He read about this album by Elvis Costello. He said, I gotta get this album. There's no record stores around here. Not in Kinsley. Nothing. Not even a Walmart. But he got a friend of his to drive him 35 miles to the nearest record store where he got that Elvis Costello album. He relocated to New York City to the big time. Bought some songs with him that he had recorded. And got his first record deal. The record company was called Bar None Records. Released a couple of songs in 1989 and then released his first flung album. It was called Trouble Tree. That was in 1990. Second album was called Can You Fly? But he was short on funds. Therefore, he sold some of his family's farm to finance recording of his second album, and that was called Can You Fly? Then he signed a deal with Elektra Records. His major label debut was called This Perfect World. Bad reputation. Now, go figure. Go figure. Only got as high as 54 on Billboard's Hot 100. Now, look. No, I'm not going to get on my soapbox about this. I've gotten on my soapbox so many times about these FM stations. Some of the most depressing conversations I've ever had were with these music directors of these FM top 40 stations. We're going to just play the same 15, 20 songs over again. Freddie Johnston, who the hell's Freddie Johnston? Well, it's a catchy record. I don't care. Nobody's heard of Freddie Johnston. We play this Freddie Johnston record, our ratings going to drop like a rock. All right, enough of that. I just had to get that off my chest. But this album got rave reviews. Spin magazine loved it. Rolling Stone dubbed Freddie Johnston Songwriter of the Year, 1994. The song that I'm going to play for you coming up at number 31 on my fantasy play. I didn't get to my song at number 31. From 35 to 31 on my fantasy playlist. Freddie Johnston with Evie's Tears, a song that deals with sexual abuse, and 4 notches from 35 to 31. Evie's Tears, I believe that's how you pronounce it, that word, Evie's, from my fantasy playlist, June 10th, 1995. Oh, one other thing I got to tell you. Just hotwire this into your memory bank. this album, This Perfect World, guess who produced it? Guess who recorded this album? Butch Vig, the guy who produced the mega album of Nirvana, Nevermind. Freddie Johnston, Evie's Tears at number 31.